Every single time you pull into a gas station, you think you are in control. You choose the pump, you swipe your card, you squeeze the handle. Simple transaction, right? Wrong. The moment you step onto that forecourt, you have already entered a system that was not designed for your benefit. It was designed to extract the maximum amount of money from you, quietly, efficiently, and repeatedly, without you ever suspecting a thing. Today, we shut that system down. 6 gas station tricks that are draining your wallet right now, and exactly how to stop them cold. Trick number 1. The card surcharge ambush. Let us start with the one that happens before a single drop of fuel enters your tank. You roll in, you tap your card, and you never think twice. But a growing number of gas stations in the United States are now charging a separate surcharge for paying by credit card at the pump. Sometimes they call it a convenience fee. We are talking anywhere from 5 to 15 cents more per gallon just for using plastic. At an average tank of 15 gallons, that is $2.25 vanishing before your engine even turns over. Fill up twice a week, and that is over $230 a year, handed over silently. For nothing. Here is the insidious part. The disclosure is there. Technically, it is printed in a font so small, on a sticker so worn, that most people walk away never having read it. That is not an accident. That is architecture. The fix is this simple. Look at the pump signage before you swipe. Always. If the station offers a cash price, carry cash or use a debit card processed as debit. Do not donate a quarter per gallon to a corporation that is already profiting on every transaction you make. Trick number 2. The gallon that is not a gallon. This one is not a policy. It is physics, and it is being used against you. Gasoline expands when it gets hot. Every mechanic and every petroleum engineer knows this basic fact. The National Institute of Standards and Technology confirms that gasoline is calibrated for accurate energy content at a reference temperature of 60 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 15.5 degrees Celsius. Now think about what happens when you pull into a gas station at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a summer day and the temperature outside is 95 degrees. The fuel sitting in the above-ground supply lines, the pipes running from the underground tank directly to your nozzle, has been baking in that heat. That fuel has expanded. Its molecules have spread apart. You are still paying for a gallon by volume. But that gallon contains measurably less energy than it would at the standard temperature. Research shows temperature variance can rob you of 1 to 3% of actual energy per fill-up. That might sound small until you realize you are filling up 100 times a year. The solution is not complicated. Fill up in the early morning or after the sun goes down. Underground tanks keep the bulk of the fuel cooler, but the supply lines cool down overnight too. That is when the fuel is densest. That is when every dollar you spend actually gives you what it promised. Trick number 3. The speed trap at the nozzle. Most people pump fuel the same way they live their lives, as fast as possible. Maximum trigger, get in, get out, get moving. That habit is costing you real money every single time. Modern pump nozzles have multiple flow settings, slow, medium, and full blast. When you push that nozzle to maximum speed, you are forcing fuel through the delivery system at high velocity. That turbulence, and this is a known fluid dynamics principle, causes the fuel stream to break apart. Air bubbles form. Fuel vapor mixes into the flow. The pump meter measures volume, total volume, moving through the nozzle. It does not distinguish between dense liquid fuel and worthless air bubbles. You are being charged premium fuel prices for air that will never reach your combustion chamber, air that contributes zero power. Slow down at the pump. Use the lowest or middle setting. Let the fuel flow in a dense, stable stream with no turbulence. It takes an extra 90 seconds, and in return, every measured gallon is actually a gallon, not a gallon of fuel diluted with air you paid for without knowing. Trick number 4. The premium fuel illusion. Walk up to any pump in America and the setup is always the same. 3 tiers, 3 prices, and names carefully chosen to make you feel like the middle or bottom option is somehow beneath you. V-Power, Ultimate, Supreme, Synergy. They are selling you a feeling, not a fuel. The American Automobile Association studied this directly. The result, American drivers waste more than $2.1 billion every year filling up with premium fuel that their vehicles do not require and cannot use. Here is the technical truth. Octane rating measures one thing only: resistance to pre-ignition, also called engine knock. High-performance engines with high compression ratios need that resistance. Most passenger cars do not. If your vehicle is engineered for 87 octane regular, putting in 93 octane premium does not clean your engine. It does not add horsepower. It does not extend your engine's life. It makes the number on the receipt larger. That is all it does. Open your owner's manual right now. Find the fuel specification page. If it says 87 recommended, that is your answer. Ignore the marketing. Ignore the polished branding on the pump face. Engineers wrote that manual. Trust the engineers, not the advertising department. Trick number 5. The loyalty program that is not loyal to you. Gas station loyalty programs look like a gift. Sign up, earn points, save cents per gallon. On the surface, it sounds like the station is paying you back. It is not. When you enroll in a fuel rewards program, you are entering a data collection agreement. Every fill-up, every purchase inside the convenience store, every location ping, recorded, analyzed, packaged, and sold to third-party data brokers and advertisers. The few cents you save per gallon are not a reward. They are a payment. They are paying you for your behavioral data because that data is worth far more than the discount they are handing you. Beyond the data issue, the programs are engineered with friction. Points expire. Minimum thresholds exist. Redemption rules change without notice. The average consumer enrolled in a fuel loyalty program redeems less than 40% of the points they earn. The rest expire. Silently. Profitably? For them. If you use these programs, use them with clarity. Understand you are trading data for discounts. Set a reminder to redeem before expiration, and never let the illusion of saving convince you to drive out of your way to a specific station, because the extra fuel burned getting there erases the discount before you even pump. Trick number 6. The convenience store ambush. This is the one the entire gas station business model is built around. The fuel? That is almost a loss leader. Margins on gasoline at the pump are razor thin, sometimes just a few cents per gallon after operating costs. The real profit does not live at the pump, it lives inside that store. Every design decision inside that convenience store has been studied, tested, and optimized to separate you from additional money you had no intention of spending. The coffee machine is always at the back, forcing you to walk past every high-margin impulse item to reach it. The candy, the energy drinks, the snacks, placed at eye level and at the register, timed to catch you when your guard is down and your engine is already running. The pricing on those items is marked up 40 to 80% above what you would pay anywhere else. You came for fuel. You leave with a $4 energy drink, a $3 bag of chips, and the quiet sense that something just happened that you did not fully authorize. The defense is simple and requires nothing but intention. Decide before you get out of the car whether you are going inside. If the answer is no, stay at the pump, pay, drive. Do not let a brightly lit store designed by behavioral psychologists make that decision for you. Here is what they are counting on. They are counting on you being distracted, tired, in a rush. They are counting on habits you formed years ago and never questioned. They are counting on the assumption that a gas station is just a gas station, a neutral stop on the way to somewhere else. It is not neutral, not even close, but now you know what is actually happening. Slow down at the nozzle, fill up in the morning, read your owner's manual, watch the surcharge sign, know what your data is worth, and stay outside the store. These are not complicated moves. They do not require special equipment or technical expertise. They only require one thing: paying attention in a system that profits every time you do not. Do not give them what they are counting on. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Because knowing how things actually work is the only real advantage you have.